What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video where I'm going to give you a full walkthrough of the latest PFD that I'm wearing, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and why I chose to use it, and potentially what PFD I'm going to be using next. Y'all stay tuned. Fish on! That's a toad, brother. Golly! All right, so the PFD that I've been wearing as of late, and a lot of y'all have been commenting on it, what PFD is that? What PFD is that? Is the Stohlquist PiSEAS. So when I started looking for opportunities to wear and try out new PFDs, I wanted to do a little more research into the company itself. And so when I researched Stohlquist, I figured out that they were owned, by the parent company that owns Aqualung and also owns US Diver, both of which manufacture and produce a lot of products for the US military. And so if a company manufactures and produces parts for the US military, they're probably going to have philosophies that are similar to those that have served, and they support the military, so therefore I'm trying to support them. I don't have any relationship with Stohlquist at this point, and I plan on working my way through a bunch of different PFDs. I've got an Onyx PFD on order. I've got a Mustang inflatable that I have with me that I'll probably be doing next once it gets a little bit warmer. But for today, I'm going to give you a full walkthrough of the Stohlquist PiSEAS, let you know my thoughts on it. I've got about a month and a half of using it now. So here we go. This is called the PiSEAS. And even though they only make it up to XX like most PFD manufacturers, I have found that because of this graded size, it's actually a little bit bigger. So for those big dudes out there like me, it's a little bit bigger XX than any other PFD that I've worn. So starting at the top, one of the things I like about it is it's got this vented and padded shoulder strap. What I really wish all PFD manufacturers would do is come up with some type of covering for that, because anywhere that there's a gap like that, there has a tendency for fishing line and other things. A simple elastic sleeve or something that would retain those straps would be great. I really do like the fact that they've got a lot of attachment points like you've got here with these little brads that are made in to the PFD that allows me to use these little tiny carabiners from the folks at Night Eyes to attach stuff to it without doing it permanently. Also really like this cross chest strap right here. Again, like I said, I really wish there was a way to capture or contain those, but the cool thing about it is it goes, let me flip this thing over and show you guys, it goes all the way around the back, and it creates part of the system that allows you to crisscross your restraints and really get that PFD fitted a lot better. And because there's two of them and you can pull down on them, it really cinches it down to your chest nicely. Got a really good standard zipper. This little tab right here is kind of cool. I wish it was down though, because if you held down on it when you zip up, that makes a lot more sense than having it kind of off to the side. And I really do like this little attachment points right here at the bottom. I actually attach my kill switch for my motor to one of these, depending on which side I have the throttle on. And again, I really like this dude right here for holding on to zip it up. I just wish it was down here, facing down. It's kind of awkward the way that it's off to the side, but all in all, it's one of the easiest to zip PFDs that I've ever done. Now, one of the big questions that kept popping up is about these Velcro panels. These Velcro panels did not come standard on the PFD, but I do have to give them credit for the idea, and I'll show you that in just a second. But I just basically bought adhesive Velcro, stuck it to the front of these, and I stuck it to the back here, just so I could use it, to promote what I'm doing. But this also allows you to customize and even recustomize your PFD for your liking. The back of my PFD when I'm filming videos is some valuable real estate. So the ability to show off, what I'm promoting at the time is awesome. I also put this little patch up here, which I'll be using when I film my TV show for affixing my lav mic to, which makes that even easier. And again, this material was really nice and conducive to sticking that Velcro to it. On the back, I actually tacked it on the corners, thinking that I needed to, but I didn't tack this stuff, and it really has pretty much become a permanent bond to the PFD. So all that I've really attached to this PFD is my whistle on a little, curly cord here. and I just cinch it onto the strap. In fact, when we relaunch the KBF store soon, we will have these KBF branded whistles. And in most states, you have to have a sound emitting device and a paddlecraft. The only other thing that I've really done over here is I put my trusty line cutter's ring, just wrapped it around that strap. That way it's right there for quick cuts. And then, like I said before, I attached my phone lanyard, the Defender lanyard from Rogue Fishing right there, and I keep that inside the pocket. So speaking of the whole Velcro thing, this is where I got the idea from. On the inside of their pockets, they have a really nice Velcro patch. And you'll see on this pocket over here, and sorry about the awkwardness, guys. I'm really trying to do this one-handed filming thing. But due to having that Velcro strap in there, I thought it was a really great way to attach some of my tools. That way I didn't have to have a lanyard on them, and they weren't permanently mounted. And these pockets are really cool because it allows me to throw my rag, a couple of, quick hooks and terminal tackle, the next 2 lures that I'm going to throw, and my wacky rig tool, because I'm trying to catch 22 fish in 22 states. A wacky rig is going to be in the rotation. But I do like the fact that these pockets are rigid, okay? They have a rigid backing in them, which makes them work like a great work platform. And so that's the real reason for this Velcro strap, is you can drop that down, and if you put the hook side of hook and loop or Velcro onto your boxes, you can open it up, and that works as a nice platform. I'll get you that angle right there. Works as a nice work platform. So that has worked really well for me. I do wish these were a tiny bit wider so that they would accommodate a soft plastic pack a little bit better. You can put it in there, but the corners have a tendency to stick out, so it makes zipping it up a little bit of a problem. But for hook packs, as you can see over here, and just some random stuff, it also fits all that nicely. Now, the one thing that I do wish they would have done is actually added a little divider pocket back here, so you could stick kind of loose stuff behind it, so when you open your pocket, stuff didn't have a tendency to fall out. But I also really do enjoy the pure simplicity of it. And I've actually talked to a company called Lakewood about making a little pocket that goes inside there. And if that comes to fruition, then I dig the fact that it doesn't have anything, so then I could customize it to my needs. Actually, one other thing that I did do to this PFD is I just made a loop-to-loop with a piece of Dacron cord and just looped my power pole remote, so it's right there between my pockets, so it's easy to get to. One last thing that I do want to point out is, let me get this thing zipped back up to show you. These zippers are super durable, and they are closed zippers, so there's no tendency for braided line or anything else to get caught in there. And I have had that issue with other PFDs, especially if you lay a rod across your chest. By the way, this actually does make a really good shelf when you line those pockets up for laying your rod across there, especially when you're wade fishing. And I've also found that I can use these pockets, unzip it, stick my rod butt in there and zip it up to where the zippers meet at the top. And when I'm wade fishing, it makes a nice little rod holder right there. So that's kind of like an unintended consequence. But I also like the durability of these zipper tabs. These things are molded ends on them. They're looped over. They've got a standard KPP zipper, which is, probably the best in the industry. But that closed seam on the side is key for avoiding getting fishing line caught in there. Man, if you ever get braid in there on a lot of other zippers, you pretty much got to cut it to get it out of there. So I really like that that factor. We'll move on back to the back of it and finish this review up. I do like the lower mesh back. I like the way the straps crisscross in the back to allow you to get a cross body pull. I like how high it is because it's a little bit higher than the rest, so that way the back of the foam is a little bit higher than some of the high back seats on the market out there. And I really like this for attaching this D-ring, for attaching a wading net, and also just for hooking it up to a carabiner for storage and things like that. So that's a nice little touch right there. And just that little stuff, that really finishes out a nice PFD setup. So I don't have any real major complaints. Like I said, a couple things that I wish they would do, but of course nobody in the industry really does it. A little capture to keep your line from getting caught in there. Maybe just a little elastic sleeve that would go over it, or maybe fold this to the back and sew it so that the little tab is on the inside. And again, I think those are little tiny deals. I probably could use some fabric tape or glue it or do something like that myself. Just if I'm going to be nitpicky though, that's about as much as I could get other than the orientation of this tab. I do like this little elastic sleeve here. It fits a wacky rig tool perfectly. It fits a pair of needle nose pliers perfectly. I don't like to have that much stuff on my chest, but if you do want to use that, it works really well. So guys, there you have it. That is my walkthrough of the Stohlquist PiSEAS PFD. If you want to see that thing in action, you could just go watch any of my last, I don't know, 20 videos where I've been wearing this thing. So far, I really love it, okay? I think it's a good value, good fit and fitment where you can set it up to dial it in for your body type. It's really great sizing for us bigger dudes and dudettes out there who are looking for a little bit more room because we need it. It's also a good value for the price that you pay for it and what you get. I think the value and the affordability part of it is spot on. Comfort, breathability, all of that stuff are, you know, pretty much on par, if not a little bit better than most of the things that are out there on the market. There are a couple of other PFDs that have more of a vented back inside that I think that would be a great addition to the Stohlquist lineup. I will be reaching out to those guys to try to provide them feedback. I'll be sending them this video and we'll just kind of play along and see what happens. The one thing about having the freedom to do whatever I want to now is that I can truly bring you guys my insights and expertise on all of these products that are out there. So next up will be the Mustang inflatable PFD. But one of the things that I'm interested in hearing is your thoughts on what fishing PFDs out there do you want me to do walkthrough and reviews on, and is there anything that you think I may have missed on this PFD that you have questions about? I will answer those questions. I'll answer all the questions down in the comment section below. Y'all do me a favor, smash that thumbs up. Takes a little bit of effort on your part. It means a whole lot to me, and it means a whole lot to helping this channel grow by letting the YouTube algorithm know you like this type of content and you want more of it. And then, of course, if you're new to the channel or if you've been lurking for a while and you haven't done so yet, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.